starting our second full day in Paris. And we're going to stay on the islands, the two islands you can see here for the first part of the day. But first...
Bonjour! We're having breakfast. Petit déjeuner.
Why is this woman smiling?
Pain au chocolat et cappuccino.
Just off again past Notre Dame, but not very far, we come to Chapelle.
Security is really tight because it's surrounded by the Palace of Justice or the French Supreme Court.
Chapelle is not it's a small facility. It's only about 120 feet long and maybe 40 feet wide, 80 feet high.
Well, Notre Dame was built in about 200 years. Sainte-Chapelle was built in 6, so it's very cohesive.
Each of the windows represents a story from the Bible.
There are 15 panels, starting with creation.
Goes around and eventually comes back to the giant rose window. The structure evolved during the Gothic period, and Sainte-Chapelle became one of the lightest structures. Little structure, much glass.
And it ends with the rose window, which depicts Judgment Day.
Off to our second timed entry.
The Concierge, which is formerly a gloomy prison famous as a last stop for about 2,800 victims of the guillotine, including Marie Antoinette. This is the main room or the Hall of Men at Arms, the guards' dining room.
Yeah, now it's used as an event center. And while we were here, they gave us some virtual reality iPads to walk around with, and it's like a shiny object. We used those and didn't take many pictures.
Au revoir.
Time for a break and off to lunch.
And when in Paris, eat in Afghani restaurant.
Why not?
Kip wanted veggies.
We leave our island and head up to the galleries Lafayette and the opera area.
We're at the galleries now, a department store.
We skipped through that and went straight to the roof.
Great viewpoint.
You can really get a perspective on France and how they've kept from being filled in by giant skyscrapers. They're getting set up for the Olympics. From the roof you can see that. And this boring looking light on the roof underneath looks like this.
A sensational Belle Epoque dome.
Skylight.
Yes, Paris invented the modern department store, or so they claim.
From there, we went past the Grand Hotel and off to the opera. We saw a model of at the museum, but
it was closed. It does close unexpectedly for rehearsals. Even though it is no longer the main opera house, it does hold concerts and other performances.
From there, we head back to the Louvre. We had a timed entry. We got there a little early and asked if we could get in early, and the gentleman said, certainly, just stand right over here. And then he let us in at our normal time.
It is Europe's oldest and greatest museum and the largest in the Western world. It consists of 3 wings.
We made it in. Now what?
We barely touched the 3rd wing, which includes Greek statue.
That was Venus de Milo. It carved stone to look like cloth. Incredible. The building itself is a noticeable structure.
Winged Victory. And halls of French and Italian paintings.
The hordes surround Mona Lisa, the Mona Lisa selfie.
Yes. It's much smaller than a lot of people anticipate.
But there's big pictures too. We won't show them all.
No. We're getting kind of tired. Here's Delacroix's Liberty leading the people.
And we were ready to be led as well.
Yeah. Oop. Back to statues. That means...
We're heading out the door.
Yeah. It's time to leave. We're tired.
Back to our hotel we walked.
And off to some gelato.
I need a chair and a drink.